Brooklyn, cause he Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
13.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Allen off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Cook up the gut. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Touchdown! Isaiah McKenzie, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Terrell Bernard. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Crowder now to return. Nifty move. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action with Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They go play action now. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
From the 17, Allen going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen. Flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he finds his man. That's Sweeney.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 62 yards.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
To the air, Allen. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Set at the line for this next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Dobbins, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the Bills' 13-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
A final shot before half for Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. It's complete to Cook. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Left side, Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Here's Cook again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Up the middle, it's Cook. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dafe away, able to get him down from a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Yeah, this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On third down, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is, once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They run it again with Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Allen now on the sneak, and he's going to be taken down right at the line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And some space here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bills have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being confident.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams chalk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.